Hello everybody, this is F O'Reilly aka Udislogia, back with another video. This is WR Tier 1 round, I can't remember what round it is, but it's a finale of WR Tier 1. We've won the championship already, so we're going to do a last of first challenge tonight around Jeddah. As you can see, we're just waiting for everyone to ready up at the moment. And yeah, as you can see, PSR Nick P1, Matthew in P2 as 5 red lights here in Jeddah. As we get a really good start as they go, and we get really good start here as we get ahead of Magician and P18 already going before turn 1 even. As you can see, a load of cars crash in turn 1, so it's not ideal for them. And yeah, you can see P18 at the moment, as you see through cars battling, scrambling out for position. As you see Quantum, there's a bit of a meh. As we go to P16s, we're going side by side with GGYT Magician. As we go round the outside in the S section, as we go past my Cape Sam, we also had, I believe he didn't have a setup, so rip for him. See P15 at the moment, as we're going to go double overtake down inside of PSR corner and LCR Leopard. Absolutely insane move right there. And yeah, get the move done into P13. You can see 2D right ahead of us. As we got to try and make fast go of him because the cars ahead of him are gone. Yeah, as you can see, we've been in a lot of our ERS right now. We're going to try and get past 2D right on the next straight. You can see 82% ERS at the moment, as we've made a lot of positions this lap already, as we've made 7 positions, as we did start P20 at the start of this race. We've been in all our ERS now to get past 2D as we make the overtake done on the Romanian driver as we go into P12. So we've made 8 positions in 1 lap, which is pretty crazy, to be fair. So yeah, as you can see now, Pisonic gets fast lap, so shows he's in P1 at the moment. So he's 63% battery. So we've been a little bit of ERS, but we're on this track. You can save a little bit of it as we go pretty deep into turn 1, so we can pick up our first warning already. So it's not ideal. This track is very easy to pick up a warning, so it's not ideal again, and you don't want to pick as many warnings as you can because you get a penalty. So yeah, as you can see, we're just gonna have to try and close up to the back of Bobbers as we skip to the end of lap 2. We've been in a lot of our ERS as he is gonna defend the inside. Let's go around the outside of Bobbers into the final corner, and yeah, we get a good exit. We take a little bit wider line going into the last corner, as we have been in a lot of ERS, but we're very low on this ERS now, so it's not ideal. I didn't really want to burn much of it, but I had to if I did want to get past ESV Bobbers, as we do get a little bit tap from him. We're still going side by side as we do eventually get the overtake done, and makes us go up into P11, as we now got VSR Akos ahead of us, shall I say, and VSR Finn also ahead of him. So we have to make a way against 2 VSR drivers. And yeah, as you can see, battery 40%. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep pushing at the moment because we're making enough positions at the moment. I feel this track is very easy to overtake, but there's a lot of DRS range. Very easy to make a mistake as well. So hopefully we don't hit the wall or anything doing this race because it's very hard. And yeah, as you can see, he gets a really bad exit coming out the fast chicane, so he doesn't get the best exits. We are going to burn our ERS now. Maybe try and go down. We just think about it, but we don't do it, as it's very dangerous to go down the inside of a very fast left-hander. As we're just going to wait for the second straight as we open up the DRS again, as he also does have DRS, but we have quite low wings. So I think he's been a little bit right now, as he's going to defend the inside, as the gap kind of closed very fast there, as we try and get as good as an exit as we can, and then burn a bit of our ERS to get past him, as we're fighting for the single point already on lap 4. So yeah, this is a really good start to our race, as we brake super late and go around the outside of Akos. Absolutely mugged that kid off. As we still going side by side with him. And yeah, one of us is gonna have to back out, and we don't back out, as we do get a tap and go off the track, but still we get the move done on Akos here. As we see, we have VSR Finn now ahead of us, and our teammate F3 Finn Bob also ahead. Yeah, as you can see, we're about to skip to the end of lap 4 now. right on the back of Finn, as Finn also loses DRS to Finn, but still has DRS because he's in a DRS zone before the detection zone. After, well, don't matter. So we're about to overtake him now, as he has no DRS anymore. So we're gonna get a nice overtake done on VSR Finn as next driver ahead of F3 Finn Bob, who probably won't make it that hard for us, as we're already in the P9 on lap 5 already, as we have still got one warning. But now we got our second warning on lap 6, which is not ideal, obviously, as around here makes mistakes and crucial not to make. And yeah, it's very crucial I don't go off track again now, as I think most people will get a penalty around here. So it's crucial not to get a penalty. As you can see, we can pick up our second penalty, which is not ideal again, obviously. But yeah, as you see, Finn Bob ahead of us now. We have to make quick doing of him. As we've got a 3-second penalty, so we have to get people behind me as fast as we can, as Finn's not in the DRS, so that's good for us, so he doesn't get much of an advantage. As you can see, we're at the back of Finn Bob now, there's been a bit of our ERS to overtake him now. And as you can see, we get the move down on him as we go into the fast left-hander now, into P8 now, as you got PSR Levi and Skiver ahead of us, so I have to try and make fast go of them too, as I know they won't let a position go that easily, so it's gonna be quite hard to get past these guys in front of us, I bet you. As yeah, as you can see, nobody got a penalty in front of us just yet, which is not ideal for us, obviously, as this track is quite hard to break DRS. There's a lot of DRS zones, a lot of straights and stuff, so yeah, it's one of the harder tracks to break DRS, as 2 seconds very crucial should I say, around here. And yeah, as you can see, right on the back of PSR Levi, gaps 3 temps, who's also right on the back of Skiver, not far actually. As you can see, Skiver is about to lose DRS on the drivers in front of him at the moment, as we take a bit of a wide line going into the S section, but right on the back of PSR Levi. Gonna try again overtake done on him in the next few laps. Yeah, as you can see, right in the back of him, 2 temps now is the gap, and Finn Bob not far behind either. And yeah, we're gonna try and get a really good exit, as he gets a really bad exit coming out this corner, so it means we can try and get an overtake on him, but this time we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. And as you can see, we've been a little bit our ERS to kind of get past the PSR driver, as we've been again on our ERS button. And yeah, we're gaining. We're not in gaining anymore, but we're now gaining as we spin a little bit, as we're going to try and go down the inside, but we try and dummy him to make it break a little bit later, so we get a switcheroo on the hairpin, the final corner, as we open up the DRS again. But sadly, he has DRS. Luckily for him, he does have DRS, but I got to try and get an overtake done. I was trying to fake him going into turn 1, as he takes a little bit deep going into turn 1. I was going to try to get the switch back, but that also doesn't work. And yeah, as you can see, going for the S section again, Skivers also catch the guys in front of him, so maybe he made a mistake somewhere in his previous lap, or he's just pushed a little bit harder this lap to try and stay with the guys in front of him. As you can see, right in the back of PSR Levi, as we are pressuring him quite a bit now, so eventually we will make the overtake on him, hopefully. And yeah, you can see, going into the very slow, well, medium speed left-hander, and now the next overtaking zone is the next straight. As you can see, he goes very deep, as makes him have an absolutely terrible exit coming out to the very fast chicane, and we get the overtake done, thankfully, on PSR Levi, as I see PSR Sav, also another PSR driver ahead, so I have to make way to 2 PSR drivers. And luckily the safety car comes out just when I overtook Levi, as that wouldn't have been ideal for me, as yeah, so it's not good for Finn Bob either, as his teammate is ahead of him, and this is around pit window time, so some people may box and some people might stay out, which is not ideal for the people who have to stay out. As they probably get held out at the teammate quite badly. As we see, everyone's coming into the pits, except from Finn Bob at the moment. So he stays out. So it's going to be an interesting strategy call, as so many people are boxing right now. It's going to be many people getting held up. And you can see we get a good pit stop. We get the optimum as we jump Leopard, luckily right ahead of him slightly. As you see the Haas blocking someone in the pits as we get past Skipper in the pits. So we gain a few positions in the pits, which is quite ideal for me. As I've midway a few drivers, as we can see P6 at the moment. So gained a few positions from our safety car, which has helped us quite a bit. As you see, we're just gonna check the warnings. Smoke. Well, the guy.
It's got 2 warnings.
I think Nick is on 2 warnings. Smokey also on 2 warnings, and I'm sat on a penalty. So yeah, everyone's on quite a lot of warnings at the moment. So this might not be over. See it now. We skip to the point where the safety car is coming in now.
People just crashed.
And yeah, just gotta hope for the best now. Try not get damage. As we have got a 3-second penalty. Just keep that on mind. And yeah, we just gotta try and get first and gap everyone like we usually do. You see 2D, I don't know what he's doing. I guess he did get damage and he tried overtaking everyone to go in the pits, but I don't know what he was doing, but still we get rear-ended as well. So luckily I didn't get a 5-second penalty. Anyway, right in the back of PSR Wilson now. We do get the overtake done. He lets us right through nice and easily as we go into turn 1 now. VSR Smokey, MVR Matthew and PSR Nick ahead of us at the moment, as we're going to try and get past all 3 of these drivers in a quick succession. And you see going for the S section, the amount of grip now we have on the brand new mediums is very high. So this is really good as we skip the, maybe the end of lap 13 and going into the final sector. Right on the back of VSR Smokey, we've been in a load of our ERS now to try and get past the VSR driver. As you've got Matthew Head, who's also running quite high wings, so Smokey's been a lot now, and had made Matthew to burn a little bit to try and pressurise Nick at the same time. So this is looking good at the moment. As you can see, we've got a lot lower downforce than most of the drivers, as Matthew's giving Smokey a little bit of a slipstream at the moment, as now I'm got the slipstream, and now he's trying to look down the inside of PSR Nick as we try to go round the outside of VSR Smokey. And yeah, one of us is going to have to back out this time, like the Akos and me moment. But Smokey has to back out as we go round the outside of him, and we make the move stick. And now we got Matthew ahead of us and Nick. So Matthew might be a bit easier to overtake as he's got a bit higher downforce than us. And I don't really know about Nick, because can't really remember how low his wings was as I'm commentating this quite a long time after this race actually happened, a few weeks maybe. So yeah, we're going to try and make quick succession of Matthew and then on to Nick. If we do get past, if we are pressurising Matthew. And yeah, as you see, we open up the DRS now. And maybe try and make a move on NVR Matthew. Yeah, in the DRS stills, we got a bit of a battery left, not much of it, so we're going to have to save a little bit of the battery. As we are burning a little bit to make him burn a little bit to pressurise Nick. So maybe they'll have a collision, which would be ideal for me. As you can see, I'm going to burn a lot of my ERS as I'm a lot faster than Matthew in the straight. Yeah, now Matthew's been a lot of his ERS, so now he's going to try and make a move on PSR Nick. Does he go down the inside of PSR Nick, and he takes out, and Nick takes out Matthew. So we've been as through goes Hamilton pretty much, and Nick could be getting a penalty after the race for that. Yeah, as you can see, we're in P1 now, so it's now our time to try and gap PSR Nick. And try and maybe burn a little bit out of ERS just to, go through, well, break the DRS, should I say. As you can see, my chat is going a bit crazy. Yeah, as you can see, been in our ERS a little bit now to try and break that DRS. The gap is now 8 tenths going into the fast chicane, as we are absolutely flying at the moment. But the DRS zone doesn't help at all. It's not working in our favour. And you see, I'm just checking the guy behind if he does have any damage after that contact. As you see, we hit the wall and we get a terrible exit coming up the fast right-hander. Left-hander, sorry. So yeah, as you can see, Nick been a lot of his ERS now. He's going to try and get past, but he holds on just for the next straight. As yeah, as you can see, chat says Nick definitely get a pen, which hopefully does by the end of this. As he pretty much took a driver out, but Nick goes right past us, so we're gonna just try and stick in the DRS for now. As at the moment, at this time, I was thinking Nick might get a penalty after this race, so just gotta stay behind PSR Nick at the moment. As we skip to lap 17, as we saved a little bit of our ERS, and now the safety car comes out. So this is very interesting. Do we stay out or do we pit? Because if we do pit, then maybe the people behind will stay out. So let's see. Will we go in a pits or stay out? So Nick boxes. Everyone behind boxes except from, I believe, Wilson, Skiver, and I believe Finn Bob. So this is not ideal, because we needed a lot more people to stay out if they were going to pit in front. So it's not ideal. So pretty much what I was asking now, Finn Bob, this is for him to hold Nick up as much as he can, because Finn Bob's my teammate for referee. So I kind of need them to do the Sergio Perez at the moment. Yeah, as you can see, the safety car now coming in lap 19 out with 25, as we're going to do a 5-lap shootout till the end. PSR Nick, brand new tyres, around 8 or 9 laps younger than our tyres, so they're going to be a lot faster around the streets of Jeddah. As you can see, we're about to start the restart now, as we do come around the final corner. When are we going to go? Are we going to go now? Not yet, as we are weaving a bit, and we go. As you can see, I count down 3, 2, 1 to tell Finn Bob when I'm going. As you can see, Skiver and Wilson going side by side at the moment, and I'm trying to give Skiver a bit of a tow, so they go side by side, so they lose a little bit more time. As you see, they both crash by me, so they've lost a load of time on me at the moment. PSL Wilson 1 second already, so we just got to keep this pace up now. As you see, Nick already in third, so he's going to be, as soon as he gets past Wilson, he's going to be gaining a lot of time on us, which is not the thing I really wanted, because he's on really new tyres, so he's going to have a massive pace advantage over us at the moment. So all we're going to need now is Nick to get a penalty, but he still has to get past PSR Wilson at the moment. So hopefully Wilson defends, but it's his teammate, so I don't think you'd give him much of a battle. As you see, Akos in P5 now with a 9-second penalty. So there's been a lot of drama going on with the midfield and the front. As you see, Finn Bob crashed, sadly, as I believe Skiver broke very early, so took Finn Bob's wing out, sadly for him. So we don't have anyone defend against Nick. As you see, Nick right behind us now, as we are burning our ERS, because we're trying to get the gap over 3 seconds, which is probably not going to happen, as Nick's got way fresher tyres, at least 30% younger tyres on us. So it's going to be very hard to win this race. All we need is Nick to get a 3-second penalty, and we might have won this race. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to the end. 1.8 seconds is the gap to me and PSL Nick at the moment. 2.3 seconds now is the gap to me and Wilson. 3 seconds is the gap to Skiver. So at the moment we're going to be P4 at the moment. So yeah, it's looking good. But we have still got a penalty, so we got to try and somehow hope the people behind us are going to get penalties, as we're not going to win this race if none of them get penalties, because Nick has a massive pace advantage on the brand new medium tyres, as it's like brand new softs versus, brand new hards on the final lap of a race, pretty much. So, you know, it's going to be very hard to compete against Nick at the moment, as he is 1.1 seconds, 1.2 seconds away from us now, 1.3 as we go. Been in a bit of IUS to keep him out of the DRS zone. And yeah, he's going to be right on the back of us by the end of this, as he's been in all his ERS to try and get in. So I'm not going to burn much of it, because I don't want to burn too much of it, as he is now in the DRS zone. So yeah, it's going to be very hard to win this race now, as all I need for him to get a 3-second penalty now, and maybe let him through, because he has the pace advantage on the brand new mediums. So maybe we could let him through and then maybe cruise along with him in the DRS. So we'll see how it plans out as we on to lap 22, and he gets us 3-second penalty. So this is going to make it a lot more interesting for the race win. As you see, Wilson 2.1 seconds away from us at the moment. So we can win this race tonight. As you see, Skiver also not far behind. It's 2.5 seconds, 2.6 seconds is the gap to me and Wilson. Oh, sorry, to Skiver, sorry. And the gap to Wilson is 2.2. You see, PSR Nick 3 times behind us now. He's absolutely flying on those brand new tyres. So he's probably going to make an overtake on us, as we're probably not going to fight him too hard, as we could try and stay in his DRS, and then maybe try and gap PSR Wilson and Skiver by using the DRS. But anyways, you can see Nick right in our mirror at the moment, right on our tail, as he's like right on the back of us, 900s behind us, and yeah, he's probably going to get an overtake before the final corner, as he goes right past us and he takes the lead of the race, as we're now going to try and stick with PSR Nick and try and stay in his DRS, somehow try and get the final lap win. But remember, he has maybe going to get a penalty for the contact with him and MVR Nick. MVR Matthew, MVR Matthew, and yeah, he could possibly get a penalty for that. So it's not over yet. As you see, the gap 2.6 seconds now. So this is a really good idea from me. I luckily didn't fight. So yeah, so try and stay in PSL Nick's DRS and try and use him to pull away from the guys behind. And you see the pace difference during the S section is insane. So you've got to burn a little bit of yours. As you see, everything Bob does the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And yeah, as you see, going through the long left-hander, the medium speed left-hander, as 6 tenths is the gap. So we're keeping nicely with them. So what we have to do is this. So you can see the gap to me and Wilson's 3.2 seconds. So this is a really good idea from me. So now I've just got to keep, make sure Nick, I gotta hope Nick keeps pushing. So I don't have PSR Wilson right in the back of me at the end. Gets past me because of penalty, sorry. Yeah, now we're just going to try and save as much ERS as we can, and then maybe go for a last lap overtake on Pistol Nick, as we're not going to do any more skipping to the end of the race. So this is going to be pure footage from the race, as we're on lap 24 at 25, the penultimate lap of the race, as we go into turn 1. The gap is 2 tenths, but Nick will be gaining a lot of time in the air section. We could try and save as much ERS as we can, but I do want to stay as close to the back of him, as he has got a very big pace advantage on those brand new mediums on us at the moment. So we'll try and stick with him. The gap is 6 tenths now, 6.5 tenths. As you see, the gap to Wilson is 4 seconds, so that's looking alright now. So I think we can be a little bit cooler now than the guys behind. So yeah, so we don't have to worry about them. Now we have to just worry about the guys in front of us, who is at, and that's PSR Nick. So yeah, as you can see, the gap is 5 tenths at the moment. We're pushing like crazy, trying to do the Hamilton 2021 Abu Dhabi. Yeah, it's going to be very tough to win this race. Gap 4.5 seconds to Wilson, which is fine now, so I don't need to worry about that at all anymore. Yeah, we just got to focus on PSR Nick today. Try and steal the win off him, as he might get a penalty after the race for the Matthew incident. And yeah, as you can see, burning all IRS, but we don't have much left in the tank, as we've tried to stick up with him on the brand new mediums, which is very hard to do. See the gap from you, Wilson, 4.8 seconds. But as we can see, coming out this corner, we have a massive amount of oversteer, and that's pretty much lost us this race on track anyway. So yeah, so not ideal, obviously, but we could try and still stick with him, as he's broke the DRS of me now, as that crucial mistake well, messed me up pretty much. So I couldn't really stay in his DRS then. As luckily I didn't get any damage, otherwise I probably would have been overtaken by the guys behind. And yeah, you see we are in his DRS again, so I think he made a little bit of a mistake. And yeah, as you can see, gap 8 tenths, 9 tenths now. It's just straight. It's going to be absolutely insane, as he's just going to keep pulling away now. So it's not ideal, obviously, as we're not going to, very unlikely we're going to win now. As we come through the final corners now, as we tried the last of first, and yeah, sadly didn't work. And yeah, so gap 4.9 seconds to me and Wilson, 1.4 seconds is the gap to PSR Nick. So those tyres are just too clear at the moment. But Nick could still get a penalty for the Matthew and well, the Matthew contact, but at the end he didn't. So you know, oh well, just gotta move on from it. And yeah, we tried the last of first, but it didn't work. But yeah, it was still a fun race, fun to get past a lot of drivers. And yeah, hope everyone enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace out, everybody.